Hey everybody, this is Matt and we're at Texas Toast Guitars. Thanks for watching. If you've ever had a Fender guitar where the neck pocket was so sloppy you could fit guitar picks on either side of the neck, go ahead and hit that subscribe button now. Today I want to talk a little bit about what I would do if I was in charge at Gibson Guitars. So the other day we posted a blog on our website about this very same topic, and I'll leave a link to that in the description below. We did that after it was announced that Gibson would not be attending the 2018 Winter NAMM show. Maybe it wasn't announced as much as it was leaked. I've talked to a handful of people that I know who have a little bit of the inside track in the industry and some people who still do contract work for Gibson. We don't think this is the final nail in the coffin like you'll probably see on some of the internet forums. For a company that has really been plagued with management issues for a long time, way longer than since they got the new CEO. And we'll get to that here in a second. So you know what? It's not any big secret that Gibson has pulled some real boners in the history of the company. You know, you can go back all the way to 1960 when they discontinued the classic single cutaway Les Paul in favor of the SG. Both very popular guitars now, but at the time that didn't exactly resonate well with everybody, including Les Paul. More recently, I can point out the Firebird X, the Zoot Suit series, and this thing as guitars that I am certainly not a fan of, and I can't imagine sold very well. But the biggest problem that I see with Gibson is right now they're building to a price point. I don't think a brand like Gibson should ever be anything less than built to the highest possible standards they can and then set the price afterwards. If it was up to me, I certainly wouldn't pander to customers who wanted to buy the cheapest piece of garbage that they could if it had the Gibson logo on it. Owning a Gibson used to mean something, and what I would try to do is bring that back. If everything is a commodity and nothing has any soul, then the notion of only a Gibson is good enough isn't exactly relevant anymore. When you build guitars to the lowest price point you can, quality control just goes out the window. And you can tell right now in even the higher end Gibsons that quality control is, I'm going to say, lackluster at best. It's very easy to pick up any Gibson product and find some flaws in it that really shouldn't be there. And it makes you wonder, if this flaw left the factory, well, what else is there? What else is going on inside the instrument that I can't see if I can see these things so easily? If you were to ask 10 people who were ready to buy a new Gibson what model they really want, 9 of them are probably going to say it's this Les Paul. The Les Paul Standard, with the binding on the neck and the body and the trapezoid inlays and the maple top and the 2 humbuckers and the rosewood and all that stuff. If I was in charge of Gibson, this is the only guitar I would actually make, and I would demand that quality be kept to the absolute highest standards possible. I'm talking about, like, I would want artisans wearing a spot in the floor where they stand for years and years, like I imagine it used to be at Gibson. Now, it probably never was, but this is my fantasy. I'm in charge of Gibson. I can have it be whatever I want. Now, I know what people are thinking. Well, what about the SG and what about the 335? You know what? I would probably acquiesce to building a few of those, maybe more of the SGs than some of the others, and then I would make very limited numbers of, I don't know, Flying V's and 335s and Explorers, stuff like that. But I certainly wouldn't reinvent the wheel with brand new designs that nobody wants anyway. One of the side effects of having quality go up is that supply is going to go down. And I think that's okay. As a matter of fact, limiting the number of guitars that a great American heritage company like this, oh, you probably shouldn't say heritage, that a great American company like Gibson, how about we just say an iconic brand like Gibson, limiting the number of guitars that you make every year would really go a long way to making owning a Gibson an important thing once again. And notice I didn't say relevant. I don't think that Gibson needs to be relevant. I think they just need to be cool, because these are cool guitars. And being cool costs money, everybody. So that's another thing that's going to happen, another side effect if if Matt was in charge of Gibson, price is probably going to go up. So imagine, if you will, that what I would do differently is I would basically get rid of everything that wasn't the Gibson custom shop, and all we would make is Les Paul standards. If I was in Nashville and I was in charge, I absolutely would not embrace innovation, especially if it meant, messing with the iconic models. Hell, I wouldn't even change the headstock. I would, the more they break, the better. There's just something cool about these guitars. Gosh, you get a lot of flack when you talk shit about the Les Paul, and I'm not going to do that, but from a design standpoint, it's not exactly the greatest designed guitar. It does have some flaws. It's, but God, it's so cool that, what can you do? Just leave it alone and play it, and just be happy that these things are still around. So that's what I would do if I was in charge at Gibson. Fortunately, no one has to actually see that happen. What would you do if you were in charge at Gibson? Would you come out with a bunch of new models? Would you reintroduce some old ones? Let me know in the comment section below. And I sure would like to hear what you guys have to say. If you liked the video, give us a thumbs up. And if you think I'm full of crap, leave that in the comment section below too. If you'd like to support us on Patreon, I'm going to leave a link to that in the description below. Even $1 a month goes a really long way to helping us out. And remember, every dollar that you put in goes into a Texas Toast Guitars savings account that you can use later on. If you can't support us, we totally get it. One of the things that you can do that's free is share this video everywhere you possibly can. That would really help us out. So this is Matt at Texas Toast Guitars reminding you that if you're so smart, build it yourself. That's what I do. Thanks for watching, everybody.